Hi, Prosperity Team. It's Dr. Money, and I'm coming to you from the prosperity corner of the universe with some prosperity tips. And this tip is about how not to shoo money away from your life and how not to shoo away the good life. And we all know this. It's about not having the thoughts that come up from our subconscious mind that have programmed us, and we don't censor them, we just let them go through. And especially those based on anger, like, oh, I am really angry and irritated because I've been doing these prosperity affirmations for a long time and my due hasn't come. I mean, I've put in the work and it hasn't come. Well, just by the nature of having that anger, you can tell that the work is not done. Or, why in the world don't I ever get any money? Everybody else seems to do it, and everybody looks so happy on Facebook and on social media, but for me, no. This is not working for me. It may be somewhat natural to have those thoughts because that consciousness is stored in our subconscious mind. And that's why we do prosperity affirmations. That's why we do the work. I mean, this is not like say one affirmation, have one thought, and it just comes through. Sometimes that does happen, but for the most part, what we have to do is that we have to move our thoughts in a different direction. Now, there's a lot of different ways that we can live life. Some people are going to do it by reprogramming their minds, by using prosperity affirmations, by using all kind of brain tricks. Some people are going to use the idea of thy will be done so that they're not upset and resistant to what is coming into our lives. And then the other way is the way of non-duality, and that is when there is not a path and where we really reach deeper than the physical reality in order to sustain us and to feel the grace and the goodness of life. And it doesn't matter how we do it, but there is one group, and we may be in that group, and that is that where we have to, if we haven't been raised to maintain our life and to have the correct relationship with money, then we have to make a conscious effort to change it, because we've got to maintain our lives. And we can, but we have to change our consciousness. So I've downloaded something. Let me show you this. Let's see if you can see what it is. Oops. Here we go. I've downloaded this handbell. And I want to suggest that you download your own little handbell. And when you start having these thoughts, why hasn't mine come, or it's never going to work for me, it's that very vibration itself that moves prosperity away from us. And it's an habituated reaction that is just primed from our subconscious mind. But we do have conscious awareness, and because we do have conscious awareness, we can change those thoughts. And I've talked about so many of those thoughts, but if we really are coming from the place where we need to change our consciousness and learn how to maintain our lives, we have to put in the work. It is an all-encompassing thing. A few days ago, I offered you the 10-day challenge, or the 10-day challenge, or maybe the 1-month challenge. You can make it the lifetime challenge. But to take a certain period of time and concertedly do everything you can toward changing your mind, because what that does is that actually changes the brain. And when we change the brain, then we see things in an entirely different way. Now, our brain is limited, but our mind is not limited. And what happens when we're not focused on when our thoughts are limited, it only engages the limited part of our brains. But when we start changing our thoughts and moving into a more open reality, then we are not limited by the gray matter, because we start coming from a more infinite consciousness. We can be limited to it. But as we open our consciousness, we open our heart, we open our happiness, then we begin to bring in ideas and thoughts from a bigger, infinite brain rather than the limited brain. So that's my idea. That's for you to download your prosperity bell. And when you start having those thoughts, the ones that say, why isn't my fortune here? And, you know, sometimes we say, why isn't my fortune here? We might say, I'm happy I can pay my bills, or program to pay our bills rather than just being stuck on the idea of a fortune. Because really what we usually don't want is money. We want what money can buy. But I am an advocate of actually picturing the money coming in, because that is fun. That helps reprogram our mind, and that helps stop those thoughts when all we can see is the money going out. But you know, money never just always goes out. It's always going to come back in. There's never been a time in your life when the money only went out and nothing came back, ever came back. It's just can't happen, doesn't happen, not happening. So let's take a few moments to join in the circle of well-being by breathing in, taking a deep breath in. That's the breath of receiving, and exhaling a deep exhale, and that is the exhale is giving, and we receive with our inhale, taking in our own good, and as we exhale, we see others having their good as well. This is Dr. Money. I hope that you get more and more enthusiastic about your life, because I'm enthusiastic about your life, and it'd be crazy for me to be more enthusiastic about your life than me. So you gotta hold up your end of the job. You gotta be enthusiastic about prosperity, so it can be enthusiastic about you. If you're not enthusiastic about prosperity, no. But when you're excited, joyful, it's a magnet. One more thing I want you to remember, and that is that I love you.